Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Kenneth Berry here. Another episode of Touchdowns and Tangents. It's a special episode, number 75. Pete couldn't be here. He's kind of sick, but we're going to hold it down anyway. If you missed it a couple weeks ago, last week actually, it was the 200th episode of the Good News Radio Show, last and final one. It was a hell of a celebration. Had a lot of fun. And it's going to be really interesting to see where the station goes in the future. But today is a special episode, near and dear to my heart, mostly for the fact that I went to this school, played football at this school, had hell of memories here, injuries, wins, all the good stuff. But the fact that we have the Lawndale football team here.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of shocked, man. We rolling pretty deep in here. Like, I'm already a big dude, but honestly, like, I feel like one of the smaller people in this room. I'm kind of shocked. That rarely happens. Shout out to Coach Travis Clark. We linked up a while ago. I was like, yo, I got to get y'all on. Went 10-0 last year.
Yup.
Slaughtered the Ocean League. I remember when Lawndale was playing in the Pioneer League. That all kind of dissolved. That's how I know I'm old. But it's definitely dope to have a team full of all-stars here. Some D1 talent. Mostly just some incredible young men. Some very respectable young men. So, here's how we're going to start this. We got, just because obviously skilled players get the most shine in some cases, we got to start with one of the stars of the show, one of the stars of the team, junior running back Jordan Wilmore.
What's up?
It's crazy because I played with a pretty decent amount of good backs when I was at Lawndale. They rushed for 1,000 yards and all that. But this dude rushed for 2,000 yards last year. And when I saw highlights, I thought I was being lied to. And then somebody showed me who was actually at the game. This kid's putting in work. He had, over 2,200 yards rushing last year, like 36 touchdowns or something crazy like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been kind of getting famous out there. Like, a lot of schools looking at you. I saw, USC?
Yeah, I got SC.
How'd that make you feel, man, when all that went down?
When I got SC, it was just a blessing. I wasn't expecting it, honestly. But when it happened, I was just, super happy, appreciative.
And as far as you, how'd you even end up at Lawndale? Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Inglewood, California. But honestly, Lawndale was in a mix of me going out of 8th grade, but I was just chasing hype after 8th grade. I wasn't smart. I wasn't thinking about my future. I was just thinking about, trying to play, because of a hype or whatever. But if I was smart, I would have went there my freshman year and played.
Okay. And just from your time being there, kind of what's the biggest takeaway that you've gotten? Because I'm pretty sure you like the school's all-time leading rusher by now. By a wide margin. It's not close.
I don't even know that. But takeaway, I don't even know because I get treated the same like everybody else, like an average student. So I don't even know.
I mean, for academics going forward, just all off. Because I saw Utah's been giving you love, the Pac-12's been heavy on you. Just when you first started out, you came to Lawndale. Mm-hmm. Did you even imagine any of this?
Well, I always had a dream that something like this would happen, but I never expected it to be like this.
Okay, that's what's up. And who would you credit, aside from just people in your circle? Who would you credit the most, kind of?
First, God, then my dad, Coach Clark, Coach Dre, all the coach staff, everybody that surround me and support me.
And I know y'all went undefeated. Went all the way to the second round up against Moore Park.
Mm-hmm.
And the stats weren't good that game, but what what have you taken from that moment, that whole game, that moment, going into your senior year?
I can't get stopped at all by anybody. I have to be unstoppable. It's a must.
Cool. All right. So next up, it is really hot in this room. I'm sorry, y'all. We have another skill player, and I totally called you the wrong name. I'm sorry. Just so we clear, Stan Livingston Jr. Is that the official name? I don't.
Yes, Stan Livingston.
Cool. Had 5 picks last year.
6.
6? Okay. Yeah, I was a guard of Max Preps. I was like, I don't know. Sometimes they're wrong.
Yeah,
But free safety. I saw on Twitter a couple weeks ago. You're like, I can play corner too.
Yes, I can play corner all around DB.
So man, describe your journey from when you started at Lawndale to now.
So far, starting at Lawndale, one I'll say it was a big transition. Coming from a private school, so basically just adjusting to, even school-wise, academically, adjusting to class sizes and the population of the school was a big transition. Nothing that I couldn't handle. I was able to adjust to it by a couple weeks. Football-wise, honestly, I feel like I'm much more, no shade to anybody, but I'm much more coached to where I am now. So it's making me a better overall player. I'm improving in my game and basically every part of my game, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. From Coach Clark to Coach Weston, I've been improving every day, every practice. I learned something new. So,
and for where you are as far as like recruitment and everything, how many what offers have you gotten?
So far, only offers Montana State. I've been in touch with coaches such as Hawaii, New Mexico State, Portland State, San Jose, and a couple more.
And as far as going to your senior year, obviously, like with defensive backs, safeties, especially free safeties nowadays, with recruiting, it's easy to kind of just, with the star system, to kind of put a tag on you. Where do you feel like your ceiling is? And what do you feel like, as far as versatility, what you can do? And do you feel like how you're gonna change maybe the star rating, or do you even really care about that?
Star ratings, nothing was never really big to me. I think one thing that separates me from a lot of other DBs, I wouldn't even say just in the South Bay, but all around. One, I feel like my grades are very good, so I have a lot of Ivy Leagues that look at me. Not even just the bigger academic schools like Cal, Stanford. I just feel like that's what separates me the most, because everybody doesn't have that aspect. So
shout out some of them Ivy League schools, man.
So some of the Ivy League schools that I've been in touch with: Yale, Holy Cross, Cornell. Spoke to Dartmouth a little bit, and I want to say so far that's about it for the Ivies. And then for versatility, yeah, like I said, stars didn't really never really was a big thing for me. It was more about me getting better and being able to play at the next level. So even like all the media and everything, I mean, it's not bad. It's cool. It's fine. But my main thing was being able to play at that higher level of college football. So I feel like my opportunity here is a lot better than where it was before. So I feel like I should be able to make it happen.
Cool. Where were you before again?
I was at Gardena Serra.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
High school.
That's a loaded roster.
Right.
So I mean, that's dope. I had a couple friends of mine that actually transferred from Serra, and they played at Lawndale. They kind of echoed the same thing. All right, because I am a lineman at heart, and this man has been patiently waiting here. I think you had 10 sacks last year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we got a young man. I want to make sure I say it right. Keyahn?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Keyahn Pinkston. Tell everybody who you are.
I mean,
Speaking to the mic.
Keyahn Pinkston, Lawndale, starting DT. I play offensive guard too. I play offensive guard too. That's pretty much it though.
Cool. Where you from though? How'd you get to Lawndale?
I'm from Inglewood, California. How I get to Lawndale? My brother, like me and Coach Clark, we got a lot of history together. So my brother used to play for Coach Clark, and I just liked how Coach Clark taught my brother, and I see my brother get love for playing for Coach Clark. So now I just took the next step, and then just went to Lawndale.
Cool. I see you got a nice shirt.
Oh yeah.
Lawndale.
3-peat.
Yep. Ocean League champs.
Yep.
How
3-peat.
It's funny, like at Lawndale, even dating back to when the school reopened and we started playing football again. Like the offensive line was just a stamp of pride, like regardless, on both sides. We had a dude by the name of Josue Cifuentes. He was like 5'6", 5'7". This dude like had like 16 sacks, and honestly, he probably had like 20. Max Preps didn't really credit all of them, but for just the lineage of linemen at Lawndale, where do you see yourself, and where do you want to eventually end up once it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, my goal is to go to college. I want to get far away from California. It's not. I feel like the reason I want to go is because it's not safe out here for me. So that's why I've been playing football at Lawndale so I can get away.
That's what's up. So, what schools are you looking at? What school's been looking at you?
I mean, it's a lot of schools looking and talking, but none has offered. So I'm just patiently waiting.
Cool. What's aside from leaving, like what drives you?
What drives me
Outside of football, just
outside of money. That's what gets me going, is the money.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, as far as I know, it's a talented D-line room. Y'all got a lot of guys who get to the quarterback. You got Naki in the back. I think he had 12 sacks last year. Sure. So, how is that competitiveness amongst the linemen? How scrappy does it get?
It gets a little bad. You feel me? Have a little competition all the time. Feel me? Who's the strongest? I mean, but it never fails me though. They know. But I mean, it's all funny games though. We like to joke around, play with each other. I mean, that's to get us better. But me and Naki, we push each other and Leo too. We all push each other every time. Like we be in the weight room. Like I may go around, tell them like I'm stronger than you. The next thing you know, Naki wanna come up, one up me. You feel me? So when I want to bench 3 plates, he go up there, do 3 plates 10 times. So next day I got to do it 12 times.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
I'm pushing grown man weight.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So, who would you say is the strongest lineman on the team?
They know. Me.
No gas.
Come on now, 4 or 5. Okay. You feel me? I bench the most.
Okay, who's the fastest defensive lineman on the team?
Me.
No,
Nobody said me.
That goes me. Sure.
Oh, we can get you on Naki. All right.
Nah, I give it to Naki. He the fastest. I give it to him.
So, who would you say is the biggest character on the defensive line?
The biggest character? Like, what do you mean by explaining more?
I mean, you could be the biggest clown. I mean, there's certain cats who you just didn't want to shoot on because they had jokes for days.
Oh.
Or, who's just the biggest character?
I say me.
I feel like
I could be wrong, but what y'all think?
It's you.
We have a winner. All right. So, speaking of which, Naki, go ahead, step up to the mic. So, you led this team in sacks last year.
Yes, sir.
You just heard everything this man just said.
Yes, sir.
How much of it was wrong?
I mean, none of it was wrong, to be honest. A lot of it was true, like how we in the weight room, we trying to push each other, because it comes to a time where it's our senior year, so we try to push ourselves to the limit to where we become